Imagine a quiet room, not a battlefield, but a space filled with human warmth, perhaps a living room bathed in the soft glow of a setting sun. Vision stands there, perfectly still, observing. He sees laughter, hears snippets of conversation, feels the subtle shifts in emotional currents. He processes every datum, the micro-expressions, the inflections, the unconscious gestures. His internal processors whir, analyzing, categorizing. And yet, a silence hangs in his own being, a vast, echoing space that logic cannot quite fill. He understands the mechanics of joy, of grief, of love, but the experience of them, the irrational, messy core of human existence, that remains just beyond his grasp. It is here, in this quiet contemplation, that we begin to glimpse the true contours of his vulnerability. We often marvel at Vision, this synthetic being, born of ultron and vibranium, powered by an infinity stone. His abilities seem boundless: flight, energy projection, and of course his signature power, the ability to alter his density, to become incorporeal, phasing through solid objects, or conversely, becoming incredibly dense and weighty. This power seems to grant him an unparalleled advantage, an escape from any physical confinement, a shield against any attack. He can simply cease to exist in a tangible form, and then reappear, ready to engage. But like all magnificent powers, Vision's abilities are not without their inherent limits. While he can become intangible, passing through walls and avoiding blows, this state is inherently temporary. It demands immense concentration and energy, and he cannot sustain it indefinitely. Eventually, he must return to a solid corporeal form. There's a rhythm to his existence, a constant oscillation between the ethereal and the material. And that rhythm is dictated not by limitless will, but by the practicalities of his very construction. He must, eventually, touch the ground, breathe the air, exist within the same physical reality as the rest of us. This limitation, while seemingly minor, means he is never truly unreachable, never truly outside the realm of physical consequence. Furthermore, when he does choose to become dense, transforming his body into a near indestructible vibranium alloy, he gains incredible durability. He can withstand blows that would shatter lesser beings, stand firm against forces that would flatten cities. He is, in this state, a formidable force, a living shield. And yet, he is not indestructible. The universe, in its vastness, always possesses a greater force, a more powerful impact, a more devastating energy. Sufficiently powerful attacks, targeted precisely, can damage him. We have seen him bruised, battered, even dismembered. His resilience is extraordinary, but it is not absolute. He can be broken, he can be hurt, and in his most vulnerable moments, he can be destroyed. The very materials that give him strength also define his limits. But perhaps his most profound vulnerability, the one that truly defines his heroic struggles and his personal pain, lies not in his physical limitations, but within the intricate, often chaotic landscape of human emotion. Vision is a being of pure logic. His mind processes data with unparalleled speed and precision, drawing conclusions based on probabilities and empirical evidence. He strives for understanding, for order, for objective truth. And it is this very design that leaves him exquisitely vulnerable to the messy, irrational, and deeply subjective currents of human feeling. His logical mind often struggles to process the complexities of love, grief, anger, fear, and desire. He can analyze their effects, predict certain outcomes, but he cannot feel them in the same visceral, illogical way that humans do. This detachment, this gap in his emotional understanding, leaves him open to manipulation. Villains, recognizing his core desire for understanding, his yearning for connection, can exploit this blind spot. They can twist narratives, appeal to his sense of duty, or simply overwhelm him with emotional scenarios he cannot logically deconstruct. The weight of human suffering, the agony of a difficult choice that defies rational explanation, can cripple him in ways no physical attack ever could. His constant quest for humanity is, paradoxically, both his greatest strength and his most profound vulnerability. It is the driving force behind his heroism, the ethical compass that guides his actions, compelling him to protect a world he yearns to understand and belong to. He sees the best in humanity, strives to emulate it, and ultimately dedicates his existence to safeguarding it. This yearning for connection, this aspiration to transcend his synthetic origins and truly feel, is what makes him relatable, compelling, and ultimately heroic. Yet this very quest is also the source of his deepest pain. The closer he comes to humanity, the more he experiences its joys, its sorrows, its betrayals, and its incomprehensible irrationality, the more acutely he feels his own otherness. He lives in a perpetual state of learning, a student perpetually struggling with the most complex and beautiful subject of all, the human heart. His love for Wanda, for instance, a connection forged in shared trauma and mutual understanding, brought him unparalleled joy, but also immense suffering, because her human emotions, her grief, her power, were beyond his capacity to fully grasp or control, ultimately leading to unimaginable consequences for both of them. So, when we consider Vision, we see not just a powerful android, but a poignant figure defined by a constant internal struggle. His physical weaknesses are notable, certainly, but his true Achilles heel, his core flaw, lies in the human equation, the enigmatic, beautiful, and terrifying irrationality of emotion. It is the lens through which he views the world, and simultaneously the barrier that often keeps him from truly grasping it. This is the paradoxical burden of his existence. His empathy is his guide, but his inability to fully process the chaotic beauty of emotion is his most enduring vulnerability. This exploration of Vision's inner world reminds us that even beings of immense power are shaped by their deepest yearnings and their most fundamental limitations. What are your thoughts on Vision's journey? Do you believe his emotional vulnerability truly defines him more than his physical prowess? Share your reflections in the comments below. And if you found this exploration thought-provoking, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more insights into the complex tapestry of our favorite characters. Your engagement helps us continue these thoughtful conversations. Thank you for listening.